Well, hello guys. This is me, Christian again, and one of the things we'll be talking about today, guys, and of course, before I spoil the moment at all, if any of you guys are mainly new to the channels or have had your accounts for a while, mainly consider subscribing to my channel for a little sewing dearie. Help me out sincerely a lot, guys. Yeah, so let's get at it, indeed. Anyways, can you guess the video, right? You won't believe it. Well, you might now, but yes, if you actually scroll up to my oldest videos, this was it. You can tell that the whole setting looks different. So what I looked a little, yeah, I looked a little at the time, and obviously it was, yeah. I was 13 when I made this first ever video. And 7 years into now, basically, or almost soon to be 7 years, I'm gonna be making this video, and eventually when this video does get posted, which will be tomorrow, it will be guaranteed the 7 years. Not the 5, 6, but 7 years of me making my first ever YouTube video in history. Well, that's not really shocking considering that there has been other YouTubers that, like, YouTube didn't come around and, like, originally until, like, what was it? April 24th of 2020. Blech! Phrase it. April 24th of 2005. I repeat, it was actually of April 24th of 2005. That's when, I'm pretty sure YouTube was made, but maybe there might have been a beta before that, but no, I think, no. No, wait a minute, no. The test was in run and it worked successfully, yeah. And there were quite a few videos that were released on that first ever time. But yes, coming as of January 25th, 2018 was the time. Oh yes, and today I'm wearing quite my convenient anime shirt from the show. I think it's called, okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see the name of it, but yeah, Emu Nisha, the final act. I've never seen that anime show, but I bet it's good. I've seen a little bit of, like, My Hero Academia. That's awesome. A lot of Naruto as well. I have a Naruto shirt also. I could show you guys sometime if you guys want to see that, but it's nothing too exciting about it. So, yeah, anyways. Today marks the 7 years, basically, since I've been doing YouTube. That's crazy. 7 full years now it is. And yes, I would have, if I had known about it passing the 5 year mark, I would have actually done this to be announcing the 5th year of me doing YouTube, but that time was long past, so I skipped like a couple years somehow. So instead of doing that, I guess we're announcing the 7th year. Because honestly, if I'm being honest to you guys right now, I'm honestly not too sure how much longer I'll be doing YouTube. I don't know if I'll be making YouTube long enough to make it to 10 full years. Well, we can certainly try, guys. But yes, in this precise moment, I was 13. And now, in this part, 7 years later, 20 years old, and I'm still living healthy, strong, obviously, for now. Yeah, and my first description was cool. Yeah. That's literally what I did. Yes, so here's my subscribers right here. Like, how much I have. Yeah, like, could use more, but, like, more support and stuff out there. And not bad for, like, the beginning of it. Well, I think this was based off of years after years later. It built up to being at 239 or so. 4 likes, though. not bad. And yes, my first ever subscriber was my brother. Yeah, A.K. Morgan. Yeah, and this is just all so convenient, really. And if you're wondering where the setting is, it's not so familiar, is it? It's cause that was located old houses before I moved. Yeah, yeah. Basically, so like one old house to another old house until now the current house I live in. Yeah, with blue walls. Well, kind of actually teal, kind of turquoise looking one, but otherwise, yeah. The wallpaper I think you see in I think you're seeing a bit of orange. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna play a little game with myself. Can I spot some very interesting things that were in the background? And here we go. One thing I immediately recognized was the old Twitter. Or was it Twitch? No, I think it's okay, yeah. I think no, that's Twitter, right? Might have been old Twitter, but I know Twitch for sure had gotten a massive logo change. Yeah, like my realistic computers that I made from a photocopier 7 years ago, guys. And I kept that obsession up going for like, at least, I think, until the year 2019 or 2020 when I moved to my old house before this one. Yeah, so this is two old houses you're seeing in this one. Yeah, realistic computer, realistic keyboard. Yeah, and realistic monitor as well. Realistic mouse. And I had a little paper phone that was also like there too, where I always pretended like call and stuff. But now I don't need to pretend call nothing. I got a real phone for that. Oh, that's business of what life could throw your ways. Basically, the older you get, the more simple and the more realistic our logical mindsets get towards. For some of us, or I think for most of us, anyways. For me, well, almost there, not quite, but yeah, right. It gets harder and harder to stay positive and to pretend to have these certain imaginations in our mindsets, right? Like we just tried to suppress and lock our inner child eventually as we get upon that certain age. Well, yeah, like with society forces us to keep evolving as like we're technically supposed to evolve as human beings. It's what we're created like, yeah, create to change the world, to alter the world, to be peaceful again, all that stuff. Chase after purposes, not to like live a freestyle. Like a freestyle's okay, but like gotta know the context of why we're doing this, really. Eh, yeah, right? Some of us might be really smart, but some of us might be really smart, but just not very wise. And some might be smart and wise, right? Just stuff to really think about. Yeah. Oh, and in case you're wondering, guys, yes, the snow has yet restored, as in it returned back again. Let's catch a little glimpse of my voice of how I sounded when I was so young. Why not? Yep. Oh, wait, can I actually? Probably cannot anymore. Oh, hello. Okay, this is me, Christian. Reporting for Nerf. That's what I said. Yeah, I watched my old video quite a few times, so I know. Yeah, because when you think about it, right? If you could remember back to 7 years, you're lucky. But otherwise, you need YouTube to be able to recapture a few years. Because after over time, you just tend to forget the videos even there, and more likely your voice as well. But I'll never forget my youth voice. who made the best of this. That's what made the best of my sense of my abilities, right? Uh, there's other things I thought about, and now I just suddenly can't think of it in the moment now. And I think right here, there's where you see the imaginary telephone and stuff, right? But like when life really does get serious, it's like gotta put our brave faces and get out there and act professional. Like, yeah, like when we get into work, when we get into school, when we get into any social event places, right? Gotta hide our casual ourselves, like not too full of ourselves, but like ourselves faces. And what I mean by that is like we hide that casuality. Like basically, we go from casual back to professional, basically, in all those kind of areas. And then when we're by ourselves or when we're with friends, with anyone, like family, relationships, whatever, right? Then it's like professional back to casual, right? You can still talk professional if you want, but like not at work anymore. Like so boring and stuff. But no, I guess some people have to do work from home, and like it's. I find I find my personal self that maybe working from home might overcomplicate my brain even more and might overwhelm me. There's already a few things I'm overwhelmed by, like even the idea of coming up with certain things to even say on YouTube. Yeah, like anything that's like YouTube standards and appropriate, of course, not inappropriate or nothing like that. Even though Google has its way of censoring my closed captions, I know there's a way I can edit that and stuff, but ugh, I haven't figured it out, and I really don't want to take the time to like render for all of that. But just know that my closed captions aren't always correct, guys. Like, and I'm sure you guys have witnessed the same experience because I've noticed that a lot on your guys' videos too. Well, for the professionals that really are skillful at YouTube making, they know how to clear that up, no problem. But otherwise, yeah, I like between 60 to 40% of the stuff that are said in the video are com- like nearby correct. You just gotta speak in a more clear kind of voice and stuff. But of course, there's so many words that sound alike these days that aren't actually what I'm trying to say or what we're trying to say, but they sound pretty close, and that's where rendering of not YouTube itself, but Google closed captions. Yeah, it really sums it up in sudden worst kind of way. I say, yeah. Well, I guess if there's anything in the descriptions that I sort of, not description, but if there's anything, of course, I say this a lot, and I'll say it again, but yeah, if there's anything I forgot, it'll be in the descriptions or something of what I might have been trying to say. That's all what the impressive moments of me talking to you viewers is like, to you guys, to get to cover some information about upcoming events or just me being my casual self to you guys and talking about, well, partly what I've experienced in this world, maybe what my life is like, right? Maybe how knowing how some things could change because, like, the future could always get altered somehow into some brand new discoveries somehow. Like, scientists are always still building, like, these new revelations, yeah, and re-civilizing, like, not with technology, but like the population of human beings. Like, what was it? I think we had like maybe around 6 or 7 billion in the 1995, and now in 2025 we have over 8 billion, and it's been like that for like 3 years, I'm pretty sure, or no, 2 years, because like after 2023, I think is when we hit the 8 billion population mark. We might be maybe now at 8.1. And yeah, there's a lot of accidental reasons why it's happening. I'm not even going to get into discussion about that part. Sorry, guys. There's some things that I want to say that are good, but then, of course, there is things that on purposely have to be classified for a reason, like information topics. That's the whole terms of the whole YouTube standard slash appropriate versus inappropriate stuff, etc. Yeah. Now let's go right into my other things I want to show you. Of I guess maybe what I've gotten from yesterday, if I still have them. Oh yeah, guys. So basically, notice this unfamiliar splash familiar camera, guys. Yeah, and by the way, if you notice this little carpeting floor, yes, it's just regular carpet and stuff. But yeah, the fact that I went to one nscc Achieve program, I traveled to another nscc. Basically, yeah, the whole Achieve looks a bit different. One from Halifax, like the U shape. Houston one in Truro, yeah. And now, like, what? This is crazy. How fascinating. Photography, basically. And we have one of these classic good cameras. Bro, this is just the front of it. And I heard it was like, what, some sort of classical 1970s camera or something? That's what the guy was like, well, not lecturing, but like teaching, like discussing all about, basically, with how to get the cameras in the right angle, how to have it naturally focused and not out of focus and stuff. And I was really intrigued when I heard about the lesson because it made me think about my passion of what I've been doing now with YouTube making. Well, slowly dying out of the passion, but I like to keep re-strengthening and refueling my firing passion towards YouTube because I really enjoy sharing and talking so many things with you guys out there, even though I know some of you guys, right, might still have some hatred out there, might still have some toxicity towards others, especially me. Yeah. I know that drama has died down a bit, and I'm very excited for that part to be gone by this point, but who knows what will strike up again. Maybe a day, maybe 3 months later, a year, right? Could happen any time. Yeah, so my class was very exciting yesterday. Let me see. So the first one I had was like basically the practicing of job searching. So like getting into like a job interview, which I have professional experience about since I actually tried to apply for a McDonald's. Okay, so successful for me getting into an interview, but a failure towards me actually getting the job. And yes, since McDonald's is a busy place where you get like billions of people all around the world, basically, it's insane. But yes, because of that, I have some professionality skills. I told them how much I love numbers. I told them how much I admire looking to do very well, how it will be a huge benefit towards the whole team and stuff. And I found out that, yeah, like, right before, like, they even mentioned about it, but, like, a couple weeks ago, I figured out that using the word, I want to be included, like, I want to show that I can work well for your team or for our team or whatever, right? It has a a positive effect to it, showing that you can show, like, with your bravery that you have those conversation skills, and knowing in a lot of work placements, a lot of people expect not you, not for you to be aggressive, but not too aggressive, but not to be too passive either, right? But more like in the middle, which is assertive. Yeah, I think. Yeah. And what does it mean to be assertive? I think my preference on that, I think it just means to be calm, to have a strong, firm leadership, but knowing when to give other people, meaning your team, an idea, like they can brainstorm, and what maybe they can come up with for skills, and that's proving on assertive skills and stuff. Now, where was I getting with this camera? Oh, right. Next one. So versus yes, So versus what I captured on my cell phone here, right? Like the camera lens, right? Like camera lens for the front, camera lens for the back. You can tell based off of those photos. Yeah, so the photos I'm showing you now were off of my smartphone yesterday, right? You can see now into today's generation, like in the 2020 year, 50 years after this camera was made, basically, right? So yeah, like the camera's clear, like it's clear. You can get a picture instantly, basically, and it comes out quite the same way in an effective and a more focused attribute of a way. So this is what it looked like for the side, and this is what it looks like for the back. Look at that, guys. No, so like it's not one of those cameras where you look into the screen and capture it from there. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. So the back is amazing. Okay, so I don't understand what the electrolyte and the number was for. I guess I didn't get into that, but there's the power button to turn it on and off. And then we go back, and this is how, this right there, you have to, like, I knew from muscle memory, right? So we have to go right ahead and click the picture. Actually, like, click the certain picture from the red button. And they naturally say, do not press the red button, or something dangerous will happen. What's so dangerous about a camera button? So there's certain red buttons you can press, but certain ones, like an atomic bomb, for example, do not press that. But a red press button towards the camera, that shouldn't be harmful. I mean, if it's a flashy camera, it might temporarily hurt the eyes and might put you in temporary blindness for 2, 3, 4 seconds, but that's nothing that bad considering your vision isn't lost. It's as long as you still got perfect vision, yeah. I for sure have perfect vision, but I know a lot of people. I know some people don't, though. But that's okay. Glasses or no glasses, we're still human, and we can still function like one, and we can be capable of doing anything, really. We can do good things, but we can also do stupid things, too. Like, right? Like, yes, I could be smart, but it might not always be wise. But there might be some moments where I'm wise, but some people just don't care, right? And then there's times where we're actually really doing stupid things, right? So let's go to this one. So this is how you actually take the picture. So notice how, yes, so I actually put the camera lens right in front, right? I did that basically to get the photo, obviously, of what you're meant to do when with those old classic cameras, I guess. Old classic cameras, alright. But yes, guys, this is what we had to face. This is what we had to basically do here to get the photo. We get one of our eyes to look at that lens, and whatever we see, if we feel like we're ready to capture, press the red button, and it's one of those ones where it will snap out the photo, right? It will just, right? Right? It will snap out, and it will take a few minutes to register the photo, and after like 3 to 5 minutes, this is what it should give you. This is a terrible version, by the way, of what this came out. So not all of them are good, right? Like this is like it had a lot of features that I had, but it really didn't go through very well, right? So that's why you have to be like very gentle when you're getting these photos and stuff, and you actually have to let them set out. Otherwise, they don't really come out very well, and it will look almost blending dark like that one. But luckily for me, I got a second one, which had me holding less themes, obviously. But hey, at least I'm representing the Nova Scotia proud, basically. Nova Scotia proud and dearly. Like, look at that. Just truly amazing, guys. Yeah. And yeah. Yesterday. I love the anime shirt, not gonna lie, I do. So I was wearing a hard working engineer hat, I think. Yeah, you can see me of all my bracelets, which I still have here. Yep. Wearing these random grandma glasses, if that's what you want to call them, guys. But they're silly props, basically. I was wearing one of those hua well, I think like necklaces, I think, but like it was one of those foam ones you get from the beach. Not sure what they consider, but this one you could tell came out more clearly. So in functional wise, it was overall great. Yeah. And then we have one more. Yeah, the other side of it. Oh, so apparently this is where you, yeah, because of course with any camera, including device batteries, including like with my percent here, I may need to charge eventually later on, right? But with any technology, like with devices, it hasn't changed. It's the same idea with battery. Like we need to charge it. At least it's guaranteed to give you the USB instead of having to do double A's or triple A batteries, or whatever other kinds of batteries out there. Those are just the only two I'm pretty much used to and stuff. But yeah, that was some very good stuff. I know basically here that I just wanted to, of course, yeah, I just wanted to get through with me talking to you viewers from a different perspective. Once again, I did this on New Year's Day too, so this is like now what, 3 weeks after this? It's almost now literally the new month of February soon again, right? Like February's almost here basically. And like 1 week from now will be the first day of February. Cannot wait for a new month, and certainly I cannot wait to start my next workplace again. Actually, for real. And if there's any based off job I'm wanting to actually find, it's gonna be anything that involves either technology wise, anything maybe good for sports, gaming obviously. I like to get a great passion for a gaming job, but I know that won't be much successful. Well, there's gaming programs that basically, well, there's one or two of my classmates that are doing that. Basically, it's a good one also. And obviously, the other one I enjoy, which is right now, is YouTube, guys. That is partly something that I've been doing a bit good at. And if you guys continue to benefit me by helping me with more support out there, if you guys want, this is not this is not really forced upon, obviously. This is like with any YouTube person and like career, like it always helps, right? Especially if we want to make better content, especially if I want to make better content for you guys in the future. Want to see me succeed and actually get some decent money out of it. I know it starts off small for every one of us, but eventually we build up the mark depending on how popular the videos are. Well, comparison to YouTube 10 years ago to now this year, right? YouTube has really changed a lot, and it's also changed a lot in perspectives. Like, instead of having, like, to try to get most popular views and stuff, it's like, right? It goes beyond a whole another level, like beyond more than just getting views. Like video watch time, subscribers, those other kinds of stuff, those have been main existence. But yes, there's a few possibilities of ideas of realistic, well, realistic enough, maybe non-realistic, but somehow a beneficial job that want to get through. Let me tell you a couple old jobs that I felt like I wanted to do, but realized it'd be terrible for my future and for my mental health and physical somehow, right? In a way, a matter of actual
Financial actually would have been really good, actually. Considering that ever since I was 5 years old, yeah, one of the first jobs I wanted to think about becoming because I've seen how police officers were so heroic and stuff, right? And they still are to today, and they never stop doing their justice and helping out the citizens and loving their neighbors to one another and stuff, right? Which is good. Like, we need those laws, we need the criminal justice, all that stuff to exist to keep making. That's another way to keep the world a better place. But yes, main idea officially. I officially wanted to be a police officer, but for like I had that dream for 13 years. 13 years in total, from age 5 to age 18. I guess I stopped when I heard about what I need to control and stuff. Like what kind of certain things I'll need to change, especially when it comes to like guides and stuff. And I don't know what the facts with that yet. But, learn as we go. Like 10 years, when I feel like 10 years, like when I, like I feel like when like 30s is like the time where people just realize, what am I doing with my stupid childhood mindset? If some of our mindsets are there, not likely by this point. A lot of people are ready by before they're even 20. I feel like the mindset really begins at like the lowest age of 16 or 14. I feel like, but I could be wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but otherwise, yes. If anything, I feel like that's the time where, yeah, 30s is the time to realize, oh yeah, now I'm a responsible adult. I have work. I have everything to prepare for. Maybe if you have wife or children or husband and children, like right, spouse and like basically making your own family, right? That's like one responsibility to take care and prioritize of all. And work is like another thing, and knowing how to make the money and stuff, right? And then there's like other things, like having to drive to certain places, having to get groceries, right? And having to even do household chores, and I guess your work chores. I don't know, right? There's so many mistakes that get made along, but knowing how to become like a responsible version of you in a more mature manner, basically, it's like that's the start from like how you're treated and how you're raised as a child, and like how you want to strive, how do you want to improve. That's why there's all these motivational videos. They're not just there to sit back and realize about your mistakes and what you could have done better, but it's rather about forget about the past, forget about the stuff that you might have done wrong, let that go, get into the moment now, stop thinking of the future or the past, because what if we were all to die tomorrow, right? We gotta think of today. Today, now is the chance we succeed and stuff, right? That's how we really accomplish things. When we truly alter that mindset, and I need to think more about that too, honestly, guys. If I'm being honest with you guys right now, yeah, we gotta have that mindset to stop holding back and limit the space. That's how we feel less overwhelmed with stress and anxiety, all that stuff. We don't want to be stressed out the rest of our lives. Just thinking about now, thinking about the things you do have, like, don't think about getting more things, because more things equal less satisfaction. Less things equals more satisfaction. I know it's the polar opposite of that, I think, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. Finding the things you have now, like family, friends, the limited things you have, not unlimited, but and the amount of money you probably have too, most likely, right? Yeah. Well, I might have more motivational speeches or other topics, important stuff to say to you guys at the moment, but you know what? I'm gonna stop myself there. I'm a functional being that just wants to shut down now and, well, have a good time and have a good rest of my day. And to you guys, I'm hoping you guys are witnessing the same. Hope you guys these days like go like in a show kind of way, so like having a great day, night, and stuff, right? Yeah, so I guess I'll carry on with other certain topics similar like this. Some other me talking to you viewers and stuff. So I guess this wraps it up. Oh, I wish I had the wrap from yesterday. So that way I could have joked around with that metaphor basically. But yes, otherwise I guess take care of your guys' selves, really. And see you around to my next me talking to you viewers guys out there. But on February 2nd, known to be like easily in an additional way, Groundhog's Day, talking about the status of if we are going to get 6 more weeks of winter again for 2025, or for the second year in a row, we get no 6 weeks, which I think at this point is just average, normal winter, right? But otherwise, no 6 weeks, and it just end up being an early spring instead. Even though it's not typically spring, according to like the calendar mark, like between the clock, December being winter, March being spring, June being summer, and of course, best of all, September being fall, or in this case, autumn, right? 3, 6, 9, and 12, basically. And coming up March 20th, it's like, right when we're getting our spring again. Yeah, I need to figure out more so of these stuff on the calendar and whatever not, but I don't got the time for that. Well, anyways, yeah, again, take care, guys, and Christian sign off now. Bye-bye.